Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to part 7 of my Urban Sims X Ultimate PLANTSIM Challenge. So if you didn't see the last episode, Ashley here, I don't know what, I was going to say Ashley or something, I don't even, anyway, total mess here, go like, not even like a second in and I'm already messing up. So in the last episode, she went out to the bar to meet up with Jay Huntington III, and because that was somebody that she also had a little interest in, she was with Gavin, but they did break up because she actually caught Gavin kissing somebody else, and that just ended right there. So she's moved on, and she went out to to actually go out and see Jay Huntington. She could have maybe waited like a few days or something before that all blew over, but no, she went straight out the night it happened and met up with somebody else. So her friend is actually still here as well, who is Raylan. She's just been here since last episode, so I'm going to get her to just go because it's kind of late now. So I'm going to get her to see what her needs are like. We've got a couple of things to do tomorrow. Another thing I've got to point out is that, well, you know what, I'll get her to go and sleep and I'll talk through while she's sleeping through the night and stuff. So she's going to ask her friend to leave and say goodbye and stuff. I'm going to get her to head off to bed. Her needs are already, okay. Her hunger's pretty low, but we can't really do anything about that until in the morning when we'll have sunlight, because she is actually PLANTSIM now. I think it was part 5 or something. We actually, transitioned into a PLANTSIM. We've got 12 days left in this challenge, and that's what I was going to explain about. Right, so there's been a couple of things happening. I don't even know how to explain it. Well, from part 1 to part 6, I recorded that all in the same day. I think it was around April... Oh, let's see what day it was. I think it was April the 15th. So it was the day after Jen announced the challenge. I recorded part 1 to 6 on that day because I just loved it so much. And I was a little bit stressed about having... the time limit here, and once this goes, it's going to be kind of hard to complete this challenge. So what I went ahead and did was, well, something that I thought would be okay to do is getting like diggables and kind of get money from paintings and stuff, but I didn't realise that it's only other people in your household that can do that. So I totally didn't realise, and I realised once like part 3 had uploaded, but because I already recorded part 4, part 5, part 6, and I was doing the same things there, it's going to, well, those episodes aren't even up yet as I'm recording this because I'm still pre-recording. So it's really confusing. I don't think you understand what I say here. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even make any sense in my head, to be honest. But so what I went ahead and did was, before this episode started, I went ahead and withdrawed about 2,000 simoleons from our household funds, because that was that's a little bit more than what I think we'll get from the diggables and the paintings and stuff put together. So I withdrawed a little bit more because I was breaking the rules. So I thought that's my punishment. But we do actually have a decent amount of money, and that's because what happened was, when we got the completed collection of the magical beans, we actually got another 5,000 simoleons from that, which I didn't realise you actually get. And I was a little bit confused at the end of that episode why we actually had another 7,000 simoleons in our household funds. So I went ahead and realised when I look back at the clips that we actually got 5,000 simoleons from that. So that's pretty good, but I had to, withdraw like 2,000 simoleons from it just before I started here, but I suppose that's okay. So her fun is absolute 0, but I'm going to get her to come and stand outside for a bit so she can go ahead and do a little bit of I can't even speak. I don't even know. I'm going to try again to pronounce that. Photosynthesize. There we go. So I'm going to get her to go ahead and water her plants a little bit. Just going to see what we have in our inventory. We actually don't have anything. So now we have an easel, which you can't really use, because if we do, then we can't really sell the things. But our house is very bare in terms of decoration, so I'm thinking that what might be a nice idea to do is actually go ahead and paint ourselves some paintings. Oh my god, Gavin is texting us. Something crazy is going down the ruins. Do you want to check it out? No, goodbye. She doesn't want anything to do with him anymore after what he did to her. Even though it's a bit of a misunderstanding and that other person came onto Gavin, she's still really angry. And to be honest, she didn't really think it was working out too well, and she really wants somebody who's kind of classy. And even though that Gavin kind of was, I think Jay is going to be the better person that she wants to be with, so I just let her do what she wants. So she's water her garden. That's all good to go. I think can't speak here. I go. Oh my god, literally mess up every single time. It's probably because I talk too fast. I know, like, everybody tells me about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her to get a bit of water, because her water is going kind of low. And then I think what might be a nice idea to do is maybe head out for the day with her friend. I'm thinking what we might go to is Samaishuno Meadows, because that's something I haven't actually been to with this household yet. So I think that might be a nice idea to do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and no, should we do it with her friend or Jay? You know what? I'm gonna meet up with Jay there. And I think that would be a nice idea to our thing's opened again. So before we do that, we're going to go ahead and explore, because I want her to go ahead and try and find another magical bean, because on one of the challenges for the this actual challenge is to actually harvest and grow our own forbidden fruit plant, but because we had to eat it first time when we got it, because we only got one, we had to eat that for her to become a PLANTSIM. So we need to go ahead and explore this tree again to go ahead and get another one, hopefully, because we did actually explore it a second time, but they didn't give us one that time. Just, it said like something that should just push back here or something. I don't even know, I can't remember what it said. But we need to go ahead and do that again so we can go ahead and get another one and start completing this challenge a little bit more. So for the first level of the challenge, it was to reach level 2 of this aspiration, which I think we are at, so that's that one done. We've got to go ahead and own a bonsai tree, which we've done, and then we've got to earn 1,000 simoleons from harvestables. So I don't think we're quite there yet. I had to text Jen and I was asking her, like, is there a proper way to measure that? And she just said to measure it, like, write it down what you sell, which I think might be a good idea. Or the other option we could do is actually just collect everything in our inventory. Then after a while, I will go ahead and do it in kind of like bulk. I think that might be an easier way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. But we're not quite at that stage yet. So she has found herself in, please don't say she was, oh, she picked it up, great. I wasn't even reading the whole thing, but, oh, no, not again, are you kidding me? So let's read this. It says, Ashley found herself standing in a prehistoric land surrounded by the flora and fauna of long ago. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't think I did. She was just about to explore when she felt the portal trying to drag her back. Ashley stomped her foot in defiance. Oh my god. Unfortunately, it stomped upon something more than ground. She reached down just as the land faded away and she was back. Whatever it had been appeared now to be a rock of some sort. She picked it up. So she got a couple of rocks. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these because we can't actually sell them or anything. Can we actually send these to the geocancel? I don't think we can. Let's just check. No, we can't. So the only thing we can do is place them in the world because we can't actually earn money from these as it's not part of the challenge. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just place them on the floor. I think that's... Oh, I don't know. I might just put them back in our inventory for now because they don't really fit anywhere properly. So I'm going to go ahead and get her to travel over to Semi-Shuno's with Jay, and I'll meet you once we get there. Okay, so we're here at Semi-Shuno Meadows and Jay is standing here. He doesn't really seem to be in a very good mood today, I don't know why, but she isn't either, so I suppose that's okay. So he's running in somewhere. I think he's going to get a drink or something. I don't have a clue why he's running in there. That wasn't really my intention to go there, but I think that we could head over to... I'm sure there's a little spot down here. Yeah, this little, like, beer garden sort of thing. I think it might be nice to go ahead and sit here together. Some live music on. I don't know how that sounds because I've got my speakers off, but we can go ahead and sit here together. There's no mixologist at this bar, but I think we could actually go ahead and make our own drink for everyone, did it say, or for a group? What is wrong with me? I can literally not string a sentence together. It's because I talk too fast, and I'm pretty sure it is that, and I don't know why, I just can't slow down. Or as little Simsy would say, people listen too slow, and yeah, we'll call it that. So gonna get her to come over here and sit. I don't know where Jay is gonna hopefully he hasn't left us. No, he's running. He's taking his time. The mixologist is coming over here, but he's also taking his time. Oh my god, look how slow he's walking. Like, hurry up, we need a drink over here, please. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get them to order a drink once he arrives, and then go and sit down together. I thought there was a barbecue over here, but it doesn't look like there is, so I guess we'll just have to have some good old conversation. She seems to be very happy for being outside, but at the same time, her hunger doesn't seem to be going up very much, which I'm a little bit confused about. So please don't say he's running away again. Really? Why do they always... This is, like, literally ridiculous. This always happens when it's, like, sitting down together at a table. They just cannot do it. Like, what is so hard? You know, like, the things in the Sims 4 base game for, like, the first, like, promo of the game. They were saying, weirder Sims, smarter Sims, that sort of thing. Well, they're definitely not smart, are they? I'm having, like, a proper rant here about this. It's just so annoying, like, musical chairs. Like, no, not today, thanks. Anyway, so the mixologist is here, so let's go ahead and get them to order a drink together if they can do that. I don't know what we should get. Now, she does have a little bit more money, so I think it might be a nice idea to actually impress him a little bit with something a little bit more expensive. Thinking Ridgeport sounds kind of classy, and that's kind of like something that Jay Hutton is, because, well, he has a sweater over his shoulder. I think that kind of, you know, tells us that, and it's a good look for him, and that's somebody that she's actually interested in, so I think that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and get them to order that and go ahead and sit down together. They decided to move to this table, or just stand around it and talk. I mean, okay, it's up to you what you want to do. So I really want this relationship to work out well, and as you can see, they're doing their own interactions here without me doing anything, and their romance bar is going up. up, which is great. Kind of shows that this is going to work out well, I hope. So I'm going to get them to go ahead and get their drinks and go ahead and sit down together if they can, or just sit down at the bar or something, and get them to talk a little bit. Now, like I was saying, I think Ashley finds that he is somebody that she really, really likes and wants to settle down with. It is still very early days, but you can see those visions now. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to go on for have to drag this out so long with this relationship. I think she just wants to get to it quickly. So, I'm going to get them to go ahead and talk for a little bit, exchange numbers, even though they probably have it. But let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, he's taken all the interactions, which is really, really great. And I hope that Gavin doesn't turn up again like it did the other day at the bar, at the Rattlesnake Juice Bar, because that was, just wasn't pleasant, was it? Let's go and get them to go ahead and have a deep conversation together, and just talk about things. Does he really have to stand there over us? Can he not just sit down? Oh my god. So let's go ahead and see what else we can be doing here. What else do I see here? Ask about his career. I don't know if we know about that. I thought we did, but let's go ahead and... Oh, no, we didn't. Might have pushed it too far there. So let's go ahead and get... Oh, my God, really? I hope this isn't going to go totally wrong now. Let's go ahead and get them to ask about his career, because I want to see what that is all about. He seems like somebody that would be kind of like a journalist, author, that sort of thing. I'm kind of getting that kind of message off him. I'm going to go ahead and see. Or maybe he's an athlete. Oh, no, he's not. He is a tech guru. Oh, I wasn't really expecting that, because I'm sure that I've seen him running around a lot, so maybe that could have been a possibility, but he's not. Anyway, so let's go ahead and see how her hunger is. It is pretty low, even though we've been outside pretty much all day. Her hunger is absolute zero. Let's go and see if there's a nice spot to sit at. There is a nice big lake over here. I'm sure there would be somewhere to sit around if there is. Hopefully there is. We could maybe do some fishing. I'm sorry if you get a little bit of lag here. It's when I'm on bigger lots, it always lags. There is a little bit over here, still no seats or anything. A little bit random. I thought there would be somewhere to sit around here, like next to the lakeside or anything, but there's not. Am I seeing anything? There's maybe a park bench we could go over and sit here. So let's go ahead and get them to go over there and sit together for a bit. Just a nice quieter place to go ahead and sit, and maybe that'll get her out in the sun for the thing, because you know, she is actually, oh my god, she has that CC thing, you know, if you zoom out far enough, it does that light glitch. Did you see it? It's not doing it anymore. Anyway, I'm going to get her to go ahead and sit down. I thought her hunger would be going up because she is supposed to be photosynthesizing. But I did just click on the auto-solve thing and it seems to go ahead and work. Let's get her to go ahead and finish this drink because it is taking quite a long time. Let's get her to go ahead and... where is she going? Get some sun, it says, but I don't know why she has to run off to go and do it. Maybe she wants to go on a jog or something. I have no idea. Where on earth is she going? I have absolutely no idea. Is she going all the way back to the main place? What, like, I have no idea what she's doing. Maybe she's running away from Jay or something. I have no idea. Where on earth is she going? Wait, what on earth? I have absolutely no idea what on earth she's doing. She's literally just ran all the way back to the entrance of the place and then run all the way back to where she was. Like, what on earth is she doing? Like, she's running... Maybe it's just that's oh right, that okay, stupid me. I think this might be the get some sun interaction, but at the same time, her hunger bar isn't going up at all. Oh my god, really? I've literally just realised it's it's 7:30 in the evening. That's probably why she can't really get any sun, because it's pretty much not there anymore. But this is a really nice picture, actually. Let me just save myself an embarrassment trying to make it up. Let's go ahead and get a couple of pictures here. It is such a lovely place. Oh my god, I love it. This park is so big as well. It's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and get a couple of photos here of them. I don't know where Jay has gone. I'm hoping that he's still going to be around. Okay, we can stop that now. It's not really doing anything, is it? I don't know where Jay would be. Let's go ahead back over to the little spot over here and see if he's there. I don't see him. No, so I think he's gone. Maybe he was kind of tired of us running around doing absolutely nothing. So I think what might be a nice idea to go ahead and do now is maybe head back home, or maybe we could go somewhere else with him, or we could actually just go... I don't know. I think what might be a nice idea to do is go ahead and, I was going to say go to the Rattlesnake Juice Bar, but what happened last time, I don't think we'll want to go there for a little while now. I think what we might do is actually head over to Planet Honey Pop. I think that might be a nice idea. So then can go ahead and have some more drinks and also be able to do a bit of karaoke, which might be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and wait until this loading screen is finished, and I'll meet you once we're there. Okay, so it's Friday night here at the bar. It's 8 PM and it is pretty quiet. I would expect it to be a little bit busy, but it's not. So let's go ahead and get them to come here together and order another drink. Hopefully she's not going to be drunk drunk by the time I finish with this night, because this is like her second or third drink. Let's see what we should go ahead. I'm thinking maybe Salty Llama. But I don't know why, it's just a little bit more expensive. That'd be great to impress him. Please don't say he's oh no, he's there. I thought you had gone already. So somebody is doing karaoke right now, but that's okay. We can maybe do that in a short few minutes. Her fun is at absolute zero, which is a bit of disappointment because, well, I mean, this load, she's literally been out all day with her friend drinking and stuff, and that hasn't affected her fun bar at all. Like, what? How is that not? This fun bar really needs some more things that actually count as a fun interaction, because it's a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, I feel like I've been ranting loads this episode. So, let them go ahead and get their drink. I don't know why I'm zooming out so far. There's absolutely no reason to. Oh my god. And there's green gases coming off her. No, not just because she's a PLANTSIM and those interactions, but because that she is absolutely stinky. So, that's probably why she's sitting so far away from Jay, because she doesn't want to give him the wrong message. So I'm going to get them to go ahead and get their drinks. I want them to go ahead and talk to each other for a little bit, which doesn't seem to be working. Their interactions for their flirty thing seems to be going up well, which is great. Let's get to know him a little bit, see what other traits he's got, because we don't seem to know all of them. Let's go ahead and do an inside joke just to try and make him not try to think about this horrible green gas and smell that's coming off her. Ask to move in. I think that might be a bad idea to do that now, because we don't really know that much about him, and I think that might turn the wrong way. But at the same time, I actually really want to do... You know what? I think she's had a couple of drinks. She is just feeling really, really kind of optimistic about the... I literally cannot speak. She's feeling really optimistic about this relationship. I think she's just going to go ahead and ask to move in. Let's see how this is going to go. They don't have a proper, like, official title yet for their romantic relationship, but we can go ahead and try it anyway. So let's go ahead and get them to move in together. Maybe just ask him to move in as a friend, I suppose, would work, and then let's go ahead and see that. So let's get them to go ahead and move in together. So like I was saying, probably just he's thinking it as a friend sort of thing. I mean, he just lived with a bunch of his friends anyway, so maybe... Oh my god, there's my timer. I really need to change that tone, because it is literally so scary. Anyway, so let's get them to go ahead and move into each... Oh my god, I literally cannot speak. Move into her house. We're probably going to get a little bit of money from this. I'm not too sure if we will or not. Probably not, because... Yeah, we're not, because there's other people still left in this household. Let's go ahead and move them out into our household, and let's go ahead and move in. They're probably going to still be at the bar, but I think what might be a nice idea is just to head home after this. So I'm going to meet you once I get back there. Okay, so Ashley and Jay are back at their house now. They've moved in, which is so exciting. They're just giving each other a hug. And I'm so excited that they've moved into each other. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my god. Moved in with each other. Anyway, so she needs to go ahead and take a shower because, well, her hygiene is absolute zero. I'm going to get him to come over and clean up a little bit since the house is getting a little bit untidy. And there isn't really a whole lot left to do in today's episode. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is end it here. As you can see, I think that he's a little bit, I don't know how he feels yet, because it is still a bit of a, I guess everything's moving very quickly, I suppose. So I'm going to wait and see in the next I don't know why I was zooming in so far. We're going to go ahead and wait and see until the next episode if everything's going to work out. I hope you enjoyed. If you leave some suggestions down below about what you think their relationship is going to be like. Do you think everything's going to plan out? I'm feeling very hopeful about it, because their relationship seems to be going okay so far. And if you have any other suggestions for the future of this LP in terms of the storyline, just leave that down below in the comment section, or leave them on my Twitter. You can message me there. My username is VealThomasTV1. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.